Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly paused, wondering why you're there? Or stared at a sentence on a page, read it again and again, yet nothing seems to stay? If you're quietly nodding right now, you're not alone. And no, this isn't just getting older. Over the past several years, problems related to vision clarity and memory focus have increased dramatically, especially as we age. This isn't a small change. It's a silent crisis. Yet most people brush it off. They shrug and say, "This is normal." They wait for it to get worse. They rely on pills and supplements, hoping something might finally work. But what if the real solution isn't in a capsule at all? What if it's in what you chew every day? After more than 30 years in clinical practice, I can tell you this with certainty. The connection between what we eat, how our eyes function, and how our brain holds memory is no longer a debate. It's established science, and it's powerful. In today's video, I want to show you 3 simple, everyday vegetables. They don't just support eye health. They help strengthen the muscles behind your vision and activate key memory circuits in the brain. No fads. No miracle pills. Just real, crunchy food, with real, measurable impact. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Dr. Alan Reeves, and this is Vital Health, where we break down the science of aging and give you practical tools to take your vitality back. If learning how to protect your eyes, sharpen your focus, and feel stronger from the inside out matters to you, go ahead and subscribe. Every video here is designed to help you leave feeling clearer, more confident, and stronger than when you arrived. Now, let's dive into the first crunchy powerhouse that too many people overlook. It's simple, green, and often underestimated, but what it does for your eyes and memory might surprise you. We're talking about celery. Celery is one of those vegetables we often take for granted. Many treat it like a garnish, something to dip in peanut butter, toss into soup, or nibble on without much thought. But behind its crisp, clean crunch lies a true nutritional powerhouse, targeting 2 of the most vulnerable systems as we age, your eyes and your brain. Here's why it matters. One of the biggest threats to vision and memory over time is neuroinflammation, the silent fire that builds up in the tiny blood vessels feeding your optic nerve, retina, and memory centers of the brain. Left unchecked, it reduces oxygen flow, slows electrical communication, and weakens the very muscles your eyes rely on to focus and track movement. This is where celery comes in. Celery contains a compound called luteolin. In a 2010 study from the Journal of Nutrition, researchers at the University of Illinois found that luteolin dramatically reduces inflammation in the brain's immune cells, protecting memory and reducing age-related cognitive decline. In simple terms, luteolin turns down the noise in an inflamed brain. But celery's power isn't just neurological. It's also rich in apigenin, a flavonoid that increases blood flow to the retina and the tiny muscles controlling eye movement. As we age, these muscles lose tone just like the ones in our arms and legs, and apigenin helps slow that decline. Think of it this way: luteolin calms the brain, apigenin powers the eyes, and both live in the stalks you've probably overlooked your whole life. Research backs it up. In a 2015 clinical trial in South Korea, elderly participants who consumed celery extract daily for 8 weeks showed improved visual tracking and short-term memory, especially those with early signs of cognitive fatigue. For example, Eleanor, age 73, had been struggling with blurry vision and frequent forgetfulness. She added chopped celery to her lunch salad every day. Within 6 weeks, she noticed clearer reading vision and fewer mental fog moments, particularly in the late afternoon. So, how do you use it? This isn't about juicing gallons of celery or forcing down bland sticks. It's about rhythm and repetition. Start with 2 to 3 stalks a day. Slice them into a morning egg scramble. Add them to chicken or tuna salads. Blend them into a green smoothie with cucumber and mint for a refreshing mid-morning reset. What matters most isn't the quantity, it's consistency. Every crunch sends a message. I care about my brain. I care about my sight. I want to see clearly and think clearly, not just today, but 10 years from now. And that's the gift celery can give you, and when combined with the first vegetable, the impact goes even deeper into the very wiring of your visual system. We've all heard the clichés about carrots and eyesight. But what if I told you they've been misunderstood all along? Let's clear that up. First, let's set the record straight. Carrots are not just for eyesight. You've probably heard the old line, "Eat your carrots so you can see in the dark." It's been passed down for generations, but it barely scratches the surface of what this root vegetable truly does. The real power of carrots doesn't stop at night vision. It extends all the way to your optic nerve, retinal signaling, and even working memory function. Here's the science behind it. Carrots are famously rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for maintaining the integrity of your cornea, and producing rhodopsin, the pigment in your eyes that helps you see in low light. But more importantly, vitamin A protects your retinal ganglion cells, the very cells that form the optic nerve. When these cells degrade, vision loss can become irreversible. A 2012 study in investigative ophthalmology and visual science found that vitamin A deficiency accelerates degeneration in these optic pathways, especially in aging adults. That alone makes carrots worth eating. But we're just getting started. Carrots also contain a powerful compound called luteolin, yes, the same anti-inflammatory flavonoid found in celery. In carrots, luteolin works in synergy with alpha-carotene and polyacetylenes to deliver a triple hit of neuroprotection. In a 2018 study in the Journal of Functional Foods, Japanese researchers found that carrot-derived polyacetylenes reduce oxidative stress and improve synaptic activity in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. These compounds don't just protect neurons, they help them fire more efficiently. Even more impressive is the effect on reaction time and cognitive control. In a 2020 randomized trial published in Nutrients, participants who ate high levels of carotenoid-rich vegetables, including carrots, showed sharper cognitive flexibility and faster working memory responses compared to those on a carotenoid-poor diet. These were healthy older adults, not people with dementia, just regular seniors thinking sharper because of what they ate. Now, back to your eyes. Carrots are also packed with zeaxanthin and lutein, carotenoids that filter harmful blue light and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration. Think of them as internal sunglasses, shielding your retina from years of screen time, sunlight, and artificial lighting. And don't forget fiber. Carrots help regulate blood sugar, crucial, because elevated glucose can damage both retinal health and brain function. Stable blood sugar supports your vascular integrity in the eyes and reduces glycation damage in the brain. So how do you get the most from carrots? Here's the key: absorption. Carotenoids are fat-soluble. That means if you're just snacking on raw carrot sticks, you're leaving benefits on the table. Instead, gently steam sliced carrots and toss with a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Roast them with turmeric and cumin for a savory anti-inflammatory boost. Add shredded carrots to your omelette, or blend them into a soup with coconut milk for a memory-friendly, eye-loving meal. You don't need 5 carrots a day. You need to eat them intentionally. Every bite sends a message. I am protecting my vision. I am keeping my memory alive. And that's the real power of carrots. And when you combine carrots with the next vegetable on our list, a crisp, sweet red bell pepper, the synergy creates a powerful force of regeneration that few people even know about. Let's explore it. They say you eat with your eyes first, but what if what you eat could actually help you see? Red bell peppers don't just brighten your plate, they strengthen the neural connections between your eyes and your brain. This vibrant vegetable is one of the most underrated tools for regenerating visual and cognitive energy, especially as we age. Let's start with the obvious: color. That deep red hue isn't just for show. It comes from capsanthin, a powerful carotenoid that acts as both an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. But what truly sets red bell peppers apart is their vitamin C content. They contain nearly 3 times more vitamin C than an orange. Why does that matter? Vitamin C is critical for collagen production in the eye, especially in the cornea and the tiny muscles that help your eyes focus and track movement. Protecting the blood-retina barrier, a delicate system that regulates nutrients flowing to the back of the eye. Damage here is often one of the first signs of diabetic retinopathy and age-related retinal decline. The benefits don't stop there. A 2019 study in the Journal of Neuroscience Research showed that vitamin C plays a key role in synthesizing norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that regulates alertness, attention, and mood. Participants with higher vitamin C levels had better working memory and faster cognitive processing. Red bell peppers deliver vitamin C in its purest, most bioavailable form. But there's more. Red peppers are rich in vitamin B6, essential for producing GABA and serotonin, neurotransmitters that keep your nervous system calm, focused, and balanced. Without enough B6, your brain struggles to send and receive signals efficiently. A 2017 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that adults with higher B6 intake had stronger white matter integrity, especially in regions responsible for visual processing and memory retrieval. Simply put, red bell peppers feed the wires connecting your vision and cognition. Here's the challenge: most people overcook them, destroying the very compounds your body needs to get the full regenerative potential. Eat them raw or lightly roasted. Slice into strips and dip in hummus. Dice into a salad with olive oil and walnuts. Add to a wrap with grilled chicken and avocado. This preserves vitamin C and unlocks a cascade of neural benefits. Let me share a real-life example. Harold, 68, came to me with early macular thinning and mild confusion when speaking. I recommended he eat 1 raw red bell pepper every afternoon. 8 weeks later, his retinal blood flow improved, and his speech became smoother, words no longer getting stuck. That's not magic. That's mitochondria repairing and regenerating under the right conditions. And when you combine all 3 vegetables, celery, carrots, and red bell peppers, you don't just protect your eyes and brain. You train, fuel, and awaken them. You awaken parts of yourself that aging tried to silence, but knowledge means nothing without action. So now, let's bring all 3 vegetables together into one simple, delicious rhythm, a habit I call the crunch routine. One that sharpens your focus and strengthens your sight. You've seen the why. Now let's talk about the how. Because information only becomes powerful when it's acted on. Healing doesn't happen in knowing, it happens in doing. The truth is, you don't need a new diet. You don't need a chalkboard full of rules. What you need is a daily rhythm, one that tells your eyes and your brain, we are still building. We are still protecting. We are still fighting for clarity. Here's what it looks like in real life. Morning. Your brain is clearing the fog of sleep. Instead of caffeine or sugar, start with sliced raw carrots and celery alongside breakfast. Dip them in hummus or almond butter. Add a soft boiled egg or whole grain toast to round it out. The crunch activates the jaw, stimulates blood flow to the brainstem, and primes neurotransmitters for the day. Midday. Your vision has been working for hours. Focus is stretched. Blood sugar dips. Instead of reaching for chips or sweets, try raw red bell pepper slices. Add them to a light tuna salad, or eat plain with olive oil and sea salt. This provides vitamin C, B6, carotenoids, and a refreshing crunch that supports retinal repair and mental stamina. Dinner. You don't have to build a full meal around these vegetables. Simply make room for them. Toss steamed carrots and bell peppers into a warm quinoa bowl. Shave celery into a soup or mix into a lemony herb salad. The point isn't perfection, it's presence. Getting these plant signals into your body before rest. For a simple daily routine you can memorize. 2 stalks of celery. 1 carrot. Half a red bell pepper. Every day, raw or lightly cooked. Simple. Done. No calorie counting. No macro measuring. Just color, crunch, and consistency. Over time, this small daily act becomes something bigger. Vision steadier. Thoughts faster. Confidence returned. Because when you feed your body the right signals, it responds. It always has. Let this be your new rhythm, not just for your eyes, not just for your memory, but for the version of you that wants to stay awake, alert, and fully alive. If you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for caring enough about your body, mind, and future to listen. That alone sets you apart. Most people ignore the signs. You're here, and that matters. Today, we uncovered something simple yet powerful. Your clarity of mind and sharpens, not locked behind prescriptions. Not lost to age. They just need the right signals to wake up again. Celery, carrots, red bell peppers, not decorations, not afterthoughts, but tools for regeneration, precision, and presence. Your brain is listening to what you feed it. Your eyes are responding to how you live. Every day, you get to choose repair instead of decline. So choose wisely. Choose color. Choose crunch. Choose to show up fully, fiercely, and clearly. If this video gave you even one insight, made you think differently, or brought hope, then like it. Share it with someone you care about. Comment below telling me where you are in your journey. I read every single one. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Vital Health. We're just getting started. There's so much more I want to show you, and you deserve to see it clearly. Until next time, I'm Dr. Alan Reeves. Stay sharp. Stay strong. Keep walking forward.